What's going on, Dark Magical community, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking it back to January 2nd, 2011 to take a look at my Infernity deck. What's going on, Dark Magical community, and thank you all again for joining me on the channel. As I stated in the beginning, today we're going to be going back to January 2nd, 2011 and taking a look at my Infernity deck. But before we get started, as always, make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. It motivates me to make more YouTube videos, more stuff like this, more Yu-Gi-Oh! Journey, more hero content, more Dark Magician content, just things of that nature. So if you could hit that button, we just hit 1,000 subscribers, and we're going to be doing the Magician Souls giveaway very soon, and be on the lookout for that one. So you don't want to miss that. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump right into this video. Like I stated before, this is my Infernity deck from January 2nd, 2011. So let's see how my Infernity deck looked. Also, need to give a huge shout out to my friend TYP336. He's trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers as well. He's currently at 867. So if you could go to his channel, drop him a subscribe, like some of his videos, that'd mean a lot to me too. So let's get started here.
What's going on YouTube? TYP336 here, sitting down with Michael Boyd.
Oh my god, I needed a haircut. I kind of need a haircut now, but I definitely needed a haircut then. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the Yugi player. Subscribe to him. He's got some new shit coming eventually.
Hopefully today.
But he'll be showing us his Infernity deck today.
Hair. I needed a haircut like mad.
Yeah.
Alright, Infernity's last format were a really good deck because you had the ability to run 3 Infernity launchers, which basically meant you could OTK with them easily. With the new ban list changing, we only have 1 launcher right now. So the build has changed to 2 Mirage over 1. You can use 1 for 1. You can use Siege and Street Patrol, which I don't use because I haven't got yet. But when I do, something will be replaced. Mirage works great just to, basically, it's a launcher fill-in.
This is the only one of these that I truthfully just don't remember even filming. You know, Ty has a whole archive of me on his channel, and I just do not remember making this video at all. Like, I don't even really remember playing Infernity. Like, I remember it was fun. Like, I just don't really even remember playing it hardly at all.
That's the only reason it's really used. Basically, your main heart and soul of your deck's
3 Archfiend.
because your main searcher allows you to pull your launchers, your basically whatever you need in your hand, the Mirage you need. So that's for the Archfiend. Since I control the graveyard, I summon Dark Armed. 3 Infernity Necro.
Since I control the graveyard, I summon Dark Armed. Was that really the logic we were using back in 2011?
Since I control the graveyard, I summon Dark Armed.
I mean, I guess.
3 Infernity Necromancers are basically, you basically have the ability to now run.
This was like what I always say, like, something that I don't like about GOAT format is how every deck is incredibly similar. It's just like a difference of 10 cards. I guess this time period was very similar to that as well, because like most decks played like Dark Arm Dragon, they played Gold Sark, you know, like the trap package, the Bottomless Torrential, Judgment, Mirror Force, stuff like that. So I guess it's really not that different.
Multiple Infernity launchers. Being able to run the 1 launcher, Reborn, Call the Haunted, 3 Necromancers, and 2 Mirage. Basically sometimes overkill. 2 Armageddonites because I haven't gotten the Dark Griffers yet. I like Armageddonite because it doesn't make me pay the cost of discarding a card from my hand. So if I'm...
But Infernity, you don't want monsters in your hand, so Greffer's definitely better. Because especially, I don't think there's any that's level 5 or higher to discard to summon Greffer. But I would think that was the whole purpose of playing Greffer, with Pitch and Infernity, send Stygian Street Patrol, or any of the other ones you need to send.
Sitting there with Necromancer and Archfiend in the graveyard, and Mirage in my hand, and a Monster Reborn. I'm going to Reborn Armageddonite and drop a card. If it was Dark Griff, I have to drop my Mirage. So basically that's why. Last card, Beetle has now been replaced in Infernity Avenger, because you're going to go for your 8-star. It's going to be Doom Dragon, Red Dragon Archfiend, Stardust Dragon, and 100 Eyes. More than anything, it just depends on your player preference, who you want to go for and when you want to go for them. That's the monster lineup. It's 14 to 15.
At least this deck, I don't know if this was before the last one I made or after, but at least this deck somewhat makes sense
Spell
versus the hero deck I posted.
Foolish Burials obviously puts anything in the graveyard that you need, whether it be an Avenger or an Archfiend that you need special summon back. Allure is just obvious draw power. Reborn, Dark Hole, just duh.
I got those backwards. Reborn, Dark Hole.
Trinade goes for game. Basically, that's all that's for. Burrow from a Different Dimension is a really good card in this deck because you can use it. You can recycle 100 Eyes Dragon's effect multiple times using this. 2 MSTs, well, because I can.
Just when I thought it was getting better, it gets worse. 2 MSTs just because I can. I mean, I guess MST was more... Like, main decking back row removal, I guess, was better at this time than it is now. But I don't feel like playing it on the principle of 2 because I can. I mean, you can play 3 Spear Dragon, but you never would just because you can.
Mind Control.
Mind Control.
Works good against Scrap Dragons. Just take it and pop up Parrot Scrap Dragon.
That was so bad.
Oh, no. Dustin. Oh, my God. You got... I can't roast old friends on here. I know what you're all thinking, though.
This is a 2 to 3 Book of Moon format. I'm using 2 because I haven't found room for the 3rd one yet.
Haven't found room? Oh god, there's so many cards in here we took out for a 3rd Book of Moon. That card was insane back then. That card's still good.
1 for 1 works good to special summon out that Mirage.
Obviously, yeah.
And obviously the Rhoda for the
Armageddon Knight, so it should be Dark Greffer.
Really helps a lot. And the last card for spells Infernity Launcher, just duh. It's Infernity.
Just duh.
Trap lineup is a little heavier than most decks because it's Infernity deck. Double Bottomless just stops anything. I would run Warning over it if I had Warnings, just because this format, the only thing that's really going to summon that's really a big threat is going to be like Blackwing stuff. 1 Dark Bribe just stops stuff like World of
What is it with me and Dark Bribe? I think I played 1 Dark Bribe in every deck I used to play.
Call the Haunted makes for a great quick special summon, whether it's on your opponent's turn or on your turn. Double Trap Stuns, because this format is really trap-based. Dust Tornado, because it basically gives me the ability to run a 3rd MS.
Dust Tornado, because you can Dust Tornado them and then set an Infernity monster from your hand in the spell and trap card zone. Shoutouts to that year's YCS.
And set a card from my hand. 1 Infernity Berry. I actually had the other 2 at my house, but I didn't put them in here. So, you know.
What? Had the other 2 at home but didn't play it?
3. Here, these would be the other 2 barriers.
I'm like literally flabbergasted right now. Why would you even attempt to play this deck? Like, obviously I know this card went to 1 at one point, but why would you ever play this deck with 1? They just say, oh, I forgot the other ones at my house. I feel like I probably just didn't have the other 2, and I just didn't want people to like meme on me. Infernity Inferno?
Infernity Inferno, just because this is what lets you basically keys up the deck to get the cards out of your hand and make it go. Big guy Brandon trying to squeeze ball.
Oh, shout out to Brandon Combs.
1 break, just because once you get Mirage in the graveyard, he really has no other purpose unless you're going to use him for 100 Eyes Dragon. Will be the only other purpose. So you can remove that, you can remove Mirage, basically whatever you need just to pop a card on the field. Last card is Mirror Force, just obvious because Mirror Force is good, and it with monsters this format swarming as much as they do, as long as they don't have Stardust, you can keep safe with the Mirror Force.
Oh, wow, I'm like aggressively shuffling out my cards in the background.
With the 3 barrier, it's like 41 cards.
So, what is your opinion on Yu-Gi-Oh! Zeal and the excess monsters?
I want to go slap Kazuki Takahashi. So you come over to my house, and I will find you, and we'll go out the back parking lot.
What? What? Oh my gosh. Why is it so bad? Even when I think it's getting better, it just gets worse. Why did I ever say that? Oh, now I'm going full screen. I definitely don't want to watch it full screen.
Excess monsters?
It's about gay.
Uh-oh.
Alright. It's 2 up.
All Magic Super Book of Moons, I want them.
Okay.
I want more. I'll offer more.
I would not have, I can't even have, I had to lie and say I didn't have Infernity barriers because I left them at home. You really think I can buy CP Book of Moon?
2 up, 3 through 6. Not Edge Fans, when you get a bunch of sign out, you already know if it ain't bro, it ain't us.
Okay, well, that was awful. That was probably Okay, my complaint about this one is the fact that the deck is actually like quite okay. Like this is probably one of the better made decks that I played back then. So I can't really roast the deck a lot other than a couple reasonings for things. Like I couldn't make room for a third Book of Moon. You easily could have cut like this Infernity Avenger guy down to 1 because he's just a brick. Or, I mean, I guess you'd keep Dark Armed because priority still exists. So I don't really have a lot of complaints as far as the actual deck itself goes, as much as just the way I personified myself to come off and act like I was just such a knowledgeable player, and it obviously just was not true. It still isn't true, but especially back then, like, I don't even think I knew what like turn player priority like actually was. I think I just had saw enough people summon like Judgment Dragon, priority pay 1,000, that I was like doing the same thing with like Dark Arm Dragon, but I couldn't have actually explained why that worked like that. So I think that I had a really bad attitude as a kid, which is kind of surprising. Maybe not a bad attitude, but I think I thought I knew a lot more than I actually did about the game. But I give this deck like a solid 7.5 out of 10. The first deck that I roasted of mine, the Absolute Zero deck, is probably like a 3 out of 10. That deck's terrible. But this deck, I actually feel like if I went back and put this together card for card and played like against another deck from this year, because this is right outside Edison from the Shining Darkness, that it actually would probably do okay. Whereas like the Absolute Zero deck would probably just get demolished. So at least there is some progression with me. So okay, guys. Well, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to drop a like, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of these. I do enjoy making these, even though sometimes they are a little hard to watch. So thank you guys for watching, and this is Mike from Dark Magical Gaming, and we will see you guys on the next one.